October, Saturday. There was only one last problem with Rodrick and I going to military school, and that was how mom and dad were going to react. So last night I lied and said that me and Rodrick were going on a school field trip for a while, and they easily believed me. So today me and Rodrick got our bags and we were picked up by Barney, the CIA guy. While we were being taken to the military school, I tried to ask some more questions. Is there anything else I need to know? The whole mind erasing thing is all I know. Also, good luck in the military school. The head sergeant there is a monster. We arrived at the military school and it was as depressing as I thought it would be. There was a guy yelling at these boys because they didn't have their shoes tied. Do you idiots know how to tie your own shoes? Then I heard the guy mention this thing called the chair. So I asked Barney what they were talking about, and apparently they have an actual electric chair. Now I'm really worried. I have to make sure Rodrick doesn't get in too much trouble or he'll get the chair. When we got out of the car, we were greeted by that same guy. It turns out he was the head sergeant. Listen up! I'm Sergeant Titsworth! But you two will address me by Mr. T. Understand? Understood. Yep. What? Don't you know who I am? Oh, Titsworth. I am Mr. T! I immediately pulled Rodrick back and apologized to Mr. T like a million times. Mr. T told me that Rodrick is lucky that he's in a good mood. Then he sent us to our cabin. When Rodrick and I got to the cabin, we couldn't not notice how old and rusty our cabin was. It looks like it was never cleaned. I got a bed and Rodrick got a hammock. No fun! Sunday. This morning, Mr. T woke us up with a megaphone. Get up! Rodrick and I got up, and the first thing we were ordered to do was get a haircut. Apparently, it's mandatory to get all of our hair cut off. Later today, we went to lunch and we got to meet our cabin mates for the first time. The first kid was Weevil. He got his voice box removed because he talked too much. Another one is Juicebox. He got his nose removed because he sneezed on Mr. T once. The other two kids were Big Marcus and Cutter. Mr. T had Big Marcus's stomach removed because he ate too much, and Cutter's wheelchair was taken away so he can learn to walk on his hands. After they all introduced themselves, I told them about Rodrick. I explained the whole story about how he acts all weird. But it was kind of charming actually, because they all accepted him because they were all misfits as well. Everything was wholesome up until Rodrick decided to ruin it. Food fight! Believe it or not, everyone in the cafeteria actually started to throw their food. Everything was chaotic until the cafeteria ladies came out and stopped everyone. These random kids snitched on Rodrick and told the cafeteria ladies that it was him that started it. So as punishment, one of the cafeteria ladies started to spank Rodrick with a paddle. As usual, the tables turned.